What's up, guys? We are playing Daytona USA. I'm connecting with Double Dime, and as you can see, I got the MissionStick ready to go. I do have the arcade racing wheel, but I played Sega Rally with this thing last, so I figured, hey, if I'm doing a racing game, I want to do the MissionStick. And you know, last time I played Duke Nukem 3D with this MissionStick, and it was really slippery, and it was pretty. You really got to get used to it. I actually gave up with the MissionStick like towards the end of the video. I was like, okay, we're not doing this anymore, and I put in the 3D control pad. Which one are we doing here? Let's do Desert City. But the cool thing about the MissionStick is if you want to accelerate and put the put the gas, you have to like press the throttle up, and it's just like this with Sega Ages Outrun. I don't think you have to do that in Sega Rally. I think you just hold one of the buttons to accelerate. Oh, did I click? I don't know what I just pressed there. Slow car boost, we'll have that off. To be honest, I don't really know what that is. And actually, the last time I played Daytona USA for you guys was like 2 years ago. And towards the end of the video, I actually mentioned like, yeah, like I'm probably not gonna play this game again because I'm just not the biggest fan of Daytona. I remember playing Daytona in the arcades in the late 90s when I was a really little kid, but that was it. I mean, I'm not a big like racing kind of guy, even though I practiced the hell out of Sega Touring Car, and I did manage to get my score on the scoreboard, which was pretty cool. Okay, let's keep it going here. But yeah, this MissionStick works really, really good with Daytona. I just gotta remember how to press the brake button. Ooh, there he is. Ooh, he's having some difficulty. You know, I think if I just hold down on the throttle, that might actually help me, since I don't know how to hit the brakes. I think that might actually be the way to go. Or maybe letting go of the gas. Oh man, I need to know how to brake if I'm gonna be doing those sharp turns. Okay, we're pretty close to each other. Ooh, this is very sensitive. Oh no. I forgot how brutal getting on the sand can be, or getting out of bounds. But one game I really, really like playing with the MissionStick is Sega Ages Outrun. I actually will die on the hill that the MissionStick is better than the arcade racing wheel for that game in particular. With Sega Rally, I mean, you know how it is. I mean, you guys saw that video of me playing with the arcade racing wheel, and honestly, I did win that race, but the only reason I won was because Sega RPG fan who I was versing in that video, like he chose the Stratos car, like that third car, which is like impossible to use. Like, I don't know, you have to be like a god to like know like to be able to play the game with that thing. And I actually didn't do so bad. If you actually like watch the end of the video, I actually show some footage of like my first time playing Sega Rally with the wheel and like how atrocious I was, because you just don't want to do it. It's just really not recommended. And it's the same thing with let's try C. Okay, so I think C might be the brake actually. But yeah, Sega Touring Car, like, you don't want to bother with the racing wheel at all. You want to use a 3D pad. And this MissionStick actually does not work at all with Sega Touring Car. Wow, I'm doing so bad. I didn't realize this, but like, I mean, I knew that there was the Daytona Circuit Edition, like, which was Japanese only. I'm pretty sure that that version has the original music from the, like, you know, that launch version of Daytona, which I had no idea about that. And that's like, it also has like daytime and nighttime, and there's some extra features with that game that's pretty cool. I really wasn't aware of all those features. I honestly thought that with Circuit Edition, the only improvement was like the better draw distance. Okay, maybe C isn't brake actually. I thought it was. Yeah. Oh man, Double Dine is really ahead of me. I remember my brother actually, who he lives in like California. He lives, you know, pretty far from me, because I live in New York. But he came to visit during the 4th of July, which was, you know, like a month ago, and I broke out the Sega Saturn for him because I have a distinct memory. Like, you know, my older I used to collect retro games and retro systems back in like middle school, so I was like 10 years old when I got my Genesis, actually, because I was a Nintendo kid growing up. And you know, I got my Genesis in like 2003, I think, and then I got my Dreamcast in 2005. I didn't get my Saturn until 2006 when I was in 9th grade. But you know, I always collected these retro systems, and my brother never really gave a damn. He never really wanted to play them. But when I got my Saturn, he wanted to play Die Hard Arcade and Virtua Fighter, because we had Virtua Fighter on the PC when we were kids. And so I broke out, when he came to visit, I broke out Die Hard Arcade. We played some of that. Oh man, I'm doing horrible. But and I actually connected with, I don't know who I connected with, but I connected with somebody on Virtua Fighter Remix, and just like to surprise my brother, I was like, this online modem works. To be honest, he didn't really care that much. He didn't really care that much. Oh, okay, so it stopped. Okay, I was wondering if this froze, and did it freeze? No, it didn't freeze. But anyway, the point that I'm getting at, and you know what I want to do? I want to do one more race, and I kind of want to plug in my racing wheel. I wonder if I can just unplug the mission stick. I don't know if he's pressing yes. Oh, okay. Okay, so he gets to pick the course now. So I plugged in my racing wheel. We're gonna try it out because, you know, last time I played this game, I just used the regular controller. I didn't even have the racing wheel. And we're gonna go with we'll try to pick the same car that he picks. I'm gonna get back to my story about my brother in a second. Okay, the story that I wanted to yeah, we'll put that on. Don't really get what that is, but so there was this so I was playing with the MissionStick because I wanted to show him like all my peripherals and stuff, and I put in Sega Ages Outrun. I was playing with the MissionStick, and I didn't expect him to know what this game was, but I remember when I put in Outrun, he was like, "Oh wow, like I remember this game," and so there was this place, this restaurant. I mean, it wasn't a restaurant, it was a fast food place. And it was called Miami Sub Grill. And we're talking like 1999, like 2000. And they had really, I remember, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'll put a picture on the screen because I think that place is still in business. Like, it's kind of a franchise, I guess. But this is like, it's so weird because this place was like, you know, Vaporwave? This place was like all about like the Vaporwave aesthetic, like purple and pink, and all right, we're gonna try to make sure that we actually like have a close match this time. I'm gonna try to stay up his ass the whole time. But I remember that place, but he brought it up and he told me like, yeah, like that restaurant had Outrun, and I was like, really? Because like I could have sworn it had Daytona, like I could have sworn I played Daytona in there. But it had a light gun game and a racing game and a crane game. That's all it had inside the restaurant. And I just remember like I just think it's cool because like I said, my brother he's not really big on like retro games. He's like a couple of years older than me, by the way. But so anytime that I can pique his interest, even for like a moment with any game, it's always like a big deal to me. Okay, I don't know what the brake button is. It's definitely not C, that's for sure. Let's press some buttons here. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm pressing a lot of buttons. I don't know what the brakes are. But yeah, and then he actually like wanted to play Outrun, so that was cool. That was pretty cool. And it's interesting because like I remember like when I played Outrun on the Sega Saturn, which I only got it because I kept hearing the stories, and like I went through like this whole grind of Sega games and whatnot, and I really don't have any memory of playing Outrun, but I really enjoyed it so much. Like it's honestly my favorite racing game on the Saturn, which is hilarious because it's not even like a 3D game; it's a super scaler. But even the music is so good in that game. But yeah, I'm trying to think what other games on the Saturn did I show my brother. Oh, my brother's a big fan of Die Hard. That's why he used to love Die Hard Arcade back in the day. And he mentioned how like Die Hard Arcade, like when we were little, I guess my brother didn't think too much about it, but like technically Die Hard Arcade like has nothing to do with the movies, you know what I mean? Like because it's Dynamite Deca, which obviously we didn't know that back in the day. And I did ask my brother because I was curious. I was like, like which arcade did we go to that had Dynamite? I mean not Dynamite. Die Hard Arcade. And because like I know that the Chuck E. Cheese near us in the 90s didn't have it. I know the Nathan's near us did not have it. And those are pretty much the two main arcades that we had. And he told me it was like, oh, it was the one in Florida. And I was like, oh, I completely forgot about that arcade because my parents like had a timeshare in Florida. We used to go to Disneyland like every year, or every 2 years or something like that. And it had a really amazing arcade there. And that was the first time I played Crazy Taxi was there. It must have been like the year 2000 or so. And that was apparently when my brother had Die Hard Arcade. But I burned a copy of Die Hard Trilogy just for the hell of it. Like I never even played that game before. And I just wanted to show my brother the game because he's a big fan of Die Hard. And he really appreciated that game a lot. I mean, we were playing it on my flat screen TV, so even though I have two Sega Stunners, I have two light guns. We didn't play that, but he kind of had fun with the third game, the one where you're driving through the forest. And to be completely honest, like I watched like bits and pieces of Die Hard 1, but it wasn't until actually just coincidentally like a few days ago. They were playing Die Hard with a Vengeance on like cable, and I just watched it, and I was like, "Wow, this is a pretty fun movie." I actually really had a good time with that movie. I don't know what the hell the brake button is. I'm just bad at this game because it's just what, like when it comes to racing games. 2 years ago I would have told you like I just love Sega Rally so much, so I don't want to play this game and I don't want to like learn this game. Wow, I didn't even get to the 4th lap. But you know what? Really, like lately, back then I never even played Sega Touring Car. I never even played Sega Ages Outrun. Last time I played Daytona. So now that I have those two games to play, yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't play this game. And I know a lot of people out there who really enjoyed the launch version of Daytona. Like they have no interest in playing this game because it's just not the same. And apparently the controls feel different. I don't really know anything about that, but this is just what I hear. I watch a lot of like, the Sega Saturn Shiro podcast, so I hear like Saturn Dave. He mentions that a lot, and I mean, you go on Reddit, everybody complains about it. Everybody really prefers the original Daytona. Oh man, Double Dime's definitely so like he did really good. Like he lapped me, I guess, because I didn't even get to the 4th lap. Man, if it was, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense if it was the Y button, because I know B was the gas button. Yeah, sorry. You also. Oh, well, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, I can honestly believe him when he says that, you know? But when you're like a brain dead piece of celery like me, and like you just, I mean, I just didn't really practice this game. Yeah. You know, I kind of wonder, like, where, when it comes to the online Saturn games, I mean, okay, we tried Duke Nukem 3D. I know it works with Sega Rally. I know the Mission Stick works with Daytona. These are the three main games. What other Saturn online games will the Mission Stick work with? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I talked about my brother a lot this video, but honestly, like, I just wanted to show off the Mission Stick. I wanted to show off the arcade racing wheel with Daytona because I only played Daytona one time on this channel, and I mean, I was pretty bad at that. I think I was talking about my experiences. Any more games in, or are you done? I'm down to play whatever you want. Let's see what game he wants to play next. I'm gonna cut the video here, but you know, we've been playing a lot of games together. We've been playing a lot of Decathlete. I've been playing with Sega RPG Fan with Decathlete. I gotta like reboot that game or something, or like refresh some internal memory because my like the scores are like glitched for me. And right now, Double Dime, he's hosting a Virtua Fighter tournament. So we've been playing some Virtua Fighter together to practice, and he's really good at Virtua Fighter. So, oh, let's Tusk. Wow, Shadows of the Tusk, hell yeah. I made a whole 1 hour video on Shadows of the Tusk if you guys want to check that out. I mean, that game is... It's got a high learning curve. It probably has the highest learning curve out of any Saturn game, but just put in like an hour to the campaign and you'll understand how to play the game. But anyway, we're gonna play some Shadows of the Tusk, and I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching the video. Sorry I'm horrible at Daytona.